by Akbar Trimmings. The fashion department used to be on Piccadilly, you know. It used to be in one of the buildings in Piccadilly, and it used to share the building with the BBC. So the BBC, before it moved to Oxford Road, it's now left Oxford Road and gone on to Salford Quays, but before it was on Oxford Road, it was on Piccadilly, and it shared its entranceway with Fashion and Textiles. And on the 1st of January 1965, the BBC started a programme in Manchester which was called Top of the Pops, and it went on for centuries beyond its sell-by date. But the first programme was astonishing, actually, quite apart from the fact that it was introduced by Jimmy Savile. But it was the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, Sandy Shaw. I tell you, anyway, it was just amazing. And it used to go out live from a studio on Dickinson Road in Rusholme, and it went out on Thursday nights as an outside broadcast. And then it moved to London. But before it moved to London, it used to go out from Dickinson Road. And every Thursday night, the audience was quite an important part of the show. And the cameramen got to like the audience, and the audience sort of jigged about and did whatever was required of them. And a guy called Peter, whose surname escapes me, I forgot. But he was a fashion student at Piccadilly, and every Wednesday lunchtime he'd go up to one of the fabric shops on Oldham Street, pick up some fabric, and then go back to the studio and make whatever it was that he felt like making, and then he'd wear it the following night, Thursday night, when he was in the audience on Top of the Pops. And he was a good-looking lad, and he danced rather well, and he was very often on camera. So one Wednesday afternoon, he goes to the fabric shop and he buys a suit length of butcher's apron material, blue and white stripes. You know that? Sort of two thin ones, one wide one. And he made for himself a high-button blazer jacket in this butcher material, with deep flaps to the pockets, quite wide reveres, 4 buttons, absolutely fantastic. And he wore it the next night, Thursday night, on Top of the Pops. And 1 week later, every single window on Carnaby Street in London had a butcher's apron fabric jacket in the window. Started out on Oldham Street, which I quite like. Thank you, I'm away now, and so are you, because it's 20 to 5.